Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Dirt Racing Network's live coverage of the Wednesday Night Warrior Series from Weedsport today. And we're back with the big block modifieds. We were last here in week 4 when they made their debut here on the channel at Cedar Lake. We're back at Weedsport getting ready to go. We're currently looking at our practice session. Jacob Fields is currently the quickest at 15.094. We'll let them continue to run a few more laps. We're going to send it down trackside for our pre-race ceremonies, and when we come back, we'll have your times and get ready for our first heat race of the night coming up in just a few moments.
We take you down onto the track for our opening ceremonies.
Ladies and gentlemen, please rise. Please remove your hats.
And now, please welcome Pastor Sam Foley from Port Orange, Florida, to deliver tonight's invocation.
Father, we ask today that you protect and bless those who participate in this race. May they use good sportsmanship and respect for each other. And we'll thank you and praise you in Jesus' name. Amen.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous flight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
All right, welcome back to the Dirt Racing Network. We are ready to go with heat race number 1, so we're going to give it to you as they come out. This is the Edmond Trophy Company heat race number 1, starting on the front row. 4 elbows up Sim Sport, Roof Coat Wicked Cushion Energy from Franklin, Pennsylvania. That's the 5 of Braden Eiler to his outside on the front row. 4 Lloyd Racing, Outlaw Racing Wings from Blanchard, Oklahoma. That's the 028 of Chris Lloyd. Row number 2 on the inside for Pink Kalala Auto Solutions, Oak Creek, Wisconsin's 41 of Ryan Fisher. And on the outside, the 6 of Cody Olson. Row number 3 on the inside, the 93 of Rory Collins. To the outside, the 020 of Keenan Batters. Row number 4 for Beware Racing, Superior Builders from Iola, Kansas. The 017 of Buddy Ware to his outside for Zombie Bandit Racing. Kiski Landscaping from Reading, Pennsylvania, the 610 of Craig Levin. And rounding out the field for Cadillac from Albany, New York, the 110 of Kevin Hanley. And on the outside for BGI Simsport, Night Trips from Owasso, Oklahoma, the 13 of Cody Kelly. That'll round out our 10-car field. 4 are going to go to the show. We're going to get you up here just in time as the green flag drops here on the Edmond Trophy Company heat race number 1. And Braden Eiler takes the early race lead. 8 laps, 4 cars directly to the A main. Looks like we're going to have 3 heat races, possibly a C main, a B main, and an A main. We'll see how it stacks up on the rest of the night. Right now it is Braden Eiler out front. Then looks like the 41 of Ryan Fisher has got around the 028 of Chris Lloyd for that second spot, and then it's the 6 of Cody Olson. We got a caution on the racetrack. quite sure. Craig Levin had some problems. Let's go back and see what was going on. See if we can catch it real quick. Not working right here. It looks like he left, so that might have been it when the caution came out. So we'll go back live, see what's going on. Give you the top 5 again. Braden Eiler, Ryan Fisher, Chris Lloyd, Cody Olson holding on to that final spot, and Rory Collins 1 spot out. John Helms, good to see you in the chat. Tim Nichols, of course, always checking in. Thank you for watching and supporting the Dirt Racing Network as much as you do. Couldn't do a lot of things that we do without you, so thank you for checking in with us on the chat and watching and participating in our races and supporting us as well. If you are watching, feel free to send us a message in the chat. Let us know where you're watching from, who you're rooting for. Excited to get these big block modified cars out here on the racetrack again. We're going to go double file here on the restart. Craig Levin was the one that brought out the caution. Didn't get to see exactly what happened, but he was the one behind. He's still on pit road, getting some repairs. Green flag back in the air. Here we go. Working on lap 3 of 8. A battle for the lead. Looks like Braden Eiler trying to pull away again. Eiler looking to take the heat race win. Here comes Ryan Fisher to the inside. Can't get it done there at the line. Still Eiler leading lap 3 there, but that stacks everybody up. Cody Olson takes a shot, and there you go. There's the pile up behind. Let's see if we stay green or not. Cody Olson around. Looks like the 17 of Buddy Ware might be having some trouble. We'll jump back up front, though. There is your race leader, Braden Eiler. Out front, we'll see if Ryan Fisher is still holding on to second. You got that car slowed into that one time. That's why Olson got turned on. Here comes Cody Kelly charging to the front. He's up to the 3rd position. He's got around Christopher Lloyd. Now he's going to try to come challenge Ryan Fisher as our second caution flag waves on the night. Let's go check on Buddy Ware. Go see what happened. He's up there. There's a car on the berm. He's taking a tumble. Let's go back a few more seconds, see if we can see what caused that tumble. Here he is working to the inside. Oh, there's Olson getting piled up right there. That's what we're talking about. There's Buddy Ware up there on the berm, still trying to get it figured out. They come out. Was it something after? Was it just getting up there on the wall there on the inside? Brought it out. He taps the wall, and there goes the tumble. So he just got a little loose. Might have been a little correction for getting on that inside wall earlier. Got him a little, his steering was a little off. Got him into that outside wall, exiting turn 4, and brought out our second caution. So it's Braden Eiler, Ryan Fisher, Cody Kelly up to the 3rd spot. Ken Batters, Kevin Hanley, Rory Collins, Cody Olson, Buddy Ware, Craig Levin, the running order. This is our 6th week of this series, started just before Thanksgiving. Mentioned our 2nd week of the big blocks. We're not running the big blocks, we're running the ump mods. We'll be switching back and forth now between the 2 series. Let's go look at the 2nd and 3rd place battle. Here comes Cody Kelly, trying to take the spot away from 2nd from Ryan Fisher. Comes to 2 to go. Braden Eiler has led this whole race. Cody Kelly trying to jump up here now and take away that 2nd spot. Looks like he might have it. Let's go back here and look at the 4th spot. Kevin Hanley trying to drive up here around Keenan Batters. We got another caution on the racetrack. This looks like Chris Lloyd this time, bringing out the caution. Well, he was on pit road. Maybe re-entered pit road possibly. Is that what brought out the caution? Here he comes. Cody Olson sitting there too, so it might have been those cars re-entering the racetrack. Yeah, I think it was Cody Olson. Came out, didn't enter the racetrack, was waiting, that brought out the caution. as our third caution here in heat race number 1 already. So when we restart this time, there'll be 2 to go. It's still Bryden Eiler out front. Ryan Fisher holding onto that second spot over Cody Kelly. Then Kanan Batters in that 4th and final transfer position. Hanley, Collins, Lloyd, Ware, Levan, Olsen. The order. Was doing some stats before the race. This is our 6th week. This will be our 16th heat race. Coming in, we've ran 15, had 10 different heat race winners. Shane Yates has won 2, Nathan Davis has won 2, Mason Hamill's won 2, Colby Cooper sits at the top of the board with 3 heat race wins. So for all 3 up here in 4, actually, to top it off, well, I gotta double check that because I didn't write them all down. Green. All right, here we go with the C main on the racetrack. Gridding out on the track, here we go, is the Sign It Up Signs Graphics. Sign It Up Signs and Graphics C main. Just wanted to make sure I had that right. Sometimes we don't have a C main, we just go to the B main, so I wanted to make sure I was correct with that. So the top 4 will advance to the back of the B main. Starting on the front row will be the 9 of Kobe Cooper. Onto his outside, the 80 of Josh Stanky. Row number 2 will be the 6 of Cody Olson and the 12 of Alex Bergeron. Row number 3, the 88 of Garrett Boyd and the 017 of Buddy Ware. Row number 4, the 777 of Gary Budzine and the 43 of Reed Rundle. And rounding it out, the 610 of Craig Levine and the 711 of William Evans. So here we go, getting ready to go 10 or 12 laps. I believe it might be 12 laps here to decide this C main. Waiting for the actual count. Still getting things sorted out. Quite a few big names here in this C main. Kobe Cooper, one of them. Josh Stanky, Alex Bergeron, Garrett Boyd, Cody Olson. Green flag in the air. Kobe Cooper, he's the start car, or the car in command when the green flag drops. That time he got a good jump, a clean jump, and he's out to the race lead. But look behind him, Bergeron, Stanky, Olson. 3 wide behind him, battling for second, third, and fourth, the final transfer positions. 12 laps here in this C main. Alex Bergeron already up to the second spot. Cody Olson under pressure from Garrett Boyd and Joshua Stanky. Here they come for that third spot. Boyd to fourth, Stanky to fifth. Olson holding on to that third spot. Here comes Christopher Monroe. Buddy Ware, my bad, in the 17 machine. Both of them drive the 17 car. This one happens to be the 17 of Buddy Ware. Going around the racetrack. Here we go, working on lap number 4 of 12. And Cody Olson hold off Garrett Boyd and Josh Stanky. Let's go back up front because all of a sudden Kobe Cooper is getting pressure from Alex Bergeron. Bergeron in the 12 car, starting to drive underneath Kobe Cooper. Cooper might have a battle this week. Here comes the 12. Can Alex Bergeron drive it around the 9 of Kobe Cooper? Into 1 and 2 again. Here they come, working on the halfway point here in the C main. Coming out of 4, Bergeron trying to look to the top side. Couldn't make it work. Cooper going to hold on for another lap as they cross. Check your cross flags in the air halfway through the C main. Bergeron the low line, this time through 1 and 2. Into 3 and 4. Bergeron slides up in front of Cooper. Cooper going to try to cross him over. At the line, new race leader, Alex Bergeron to the point. Can he hold it? Good battle at the front. Good battle here for 3rd, 4th, and 5th. Well, it looks like the battle's withdrawn now as Garrett Boyd loses touch with Cody Olson. Now he's going to get pressure from Joshua Stanky. He might have slipped up there in that 88 machine. 4 laps left to go here in the C main. Stanky trying to get himself to the B main. Said quite a few big names here in this C main. That means a few aren't going to make the cut. Working on coming to 2 to go. This time through 3 and 4. Here comes the 88 and the 80. 2 laps left to go for your leaders, and they're all pretty close. They're all within touch of each other. So one little slip up, and it can cost you at least a spot, maybe 2 or 3. Coming to the white flag this time is your race leader, Alex Bergeron. He's starting to pull away now from Kobe Cooper, almost a full second over the 9 machine. Cody Olson not far behind Cooper in 3rd. Coming out of turn 4, here he comes. He's going to take the Sign It Up Signs and Graphics C main win. That is Alex Bergeron. Coming across in second, Kobe Cooper. Third, Cody Olson. And fourth, Josh Stanky. Oh, Garrett Boyd switching back and forth. Looks like Stanky is going to get around Boyd. Buddy Ware going to get around him as well. So Ware, Boyd, Budzine, Levan, Evans, Rundle. Their nights are going to come to an end. Good thing this is iRacing and not real racing, because as you saw there at the end of that C main, Alex Bergeron putting that car on his roof. Here we go. B main now getting ready to show up on the racetrack. This will be the School of Sim Racing B main. We got 11 cars here in this B main. Starting on the front row will be the 020 machine of Keenan Batters. To his outside, the 36 of Nathan Davis. Row number 11, Bob Rabundo. On the outside, the 93 of Rory Collins. Row number 3 on the inside, the 90 of Trevor Royer. To the outside, the 118 of Scott King. Row number 4, the 028 of Chris Lloyd. Outside, your C-main winner, the 12 of Alex Bergeron. Row number 5 on the inside, the 9 of Kobe Cooper, the 6 of Cody Olson. Rounding it out in the back, Joshua Stanky picking up that final transfer position out of the C-main. 14 laps. Going to take 8 to the show. Took 4 out of each heat race. 3 heat races, 4 cars. That gives us 12. 8 here out of the B main will give us 20 for our feature. After this B main, we'll do a short warm-up session, and then we'll come back with our feature, which will be at least 30. It will be 35 green flag laps. Just looked at my sheet here, so 35 laps for the feature, and it'll go quick the way this track and how short it is. Getting ready to go green flag racing once again. Keenan Batters, a control car. He's on the throttle. Here we go. Into 1 and 2. We'll see if he can hold it, because he's already getting pressure from Nathan Davis. Once again, quite a few big names here in this one. Trevor Royer, Alex Bergeron, Kobe Cooper, Josh Stanky, Cody Olson, Nathan Davis. Some of the bigger names. Then you add in Keenan Batters, Bob Ramundo, Scott King. Quite a few big guys here in this. It'll be interesting to see how many of those we take out of this 8-car transfer position. There's Nathan Davis giving a little bump to Batters, and he'll take over the second spot. Here comes Rory Collins trying to challenge as well. Caution on the racetrack. Chris Lloyd is going to be the casualty this time. Let's see what happened with that 028 machine. Here he is running down the track. Does he get a little help from Kobe Cooper? Or does he do it on his own? Let's see. Here he comes. Cooper's going to get around him. Drives it into 1 and 2. Just gets a little sideways, and then Stanky collects some damage. He heads right down to the infield. Doesn't look like he's going to come down pit road for any repairs. That'll halt us. I think we went the whole C main and possibly heat race number 3, if I remember right, without a caution. So our first one in a little while, which is good to see, but our first one here early on in our B main. Nathan Davis running the Monster Energy paint scheme this week. Pretty sweet looking car. I like Alex Bergeron's paint scheme too. That black and blue machine looks pretty cool. Scott King, Cody Olson's aren't that bad either. Here's Scott King's car. That red and gray machine. Got some black striping in there as well. Cody Olson's in the green and black machine. Gonna get ready to go. Stack them up. Nathan Davis and Keenan Batters gets a bump from Bob Ramundo there on the restart. And he gets another shot through 1 and 2. Mundo's going to get stacked up there on the high side, though. Let's go back and look. Looks like Nathan Davis has been able to pull away. Mundo got behind Bergeron now. Batters in second, Bergeron third, Collins fourth. Then it's Raimundo, King. Well, Royer's in the mix now. He just jumped up past Scott King. Then Stanky in seventh, and another caution on the racetrack. Is it the 028 machine again? Let's go back and look. Or did it happen in front of him? Oh, Scott King got a little sideways. Nope. 28 machine put it around, nosed it into the inside wall. Scott King did go around a little bit, but got it straightened out there at the middle of 1 and 2. The 28 machine of Chris Lloyd also put it into the inside wall. So our second caution here in our B main. We'll give you the running order. We'll put it on the screen as well. Started up front, it's Nathan Davis, Keenan Batters, Alex Bergeron, Roy Collins, Bob Raimundo. That's your top 5. Scott King, Trevor Royer, Joshua Stanky. The final transfer position right now. It's Cody Olson, Kobe Cooper. The top 10. How about that? Just looking, that was not what it was showing on my timing screen, so that's a little different. Something's not right there for the moment. Between those two, I have a little discrepancy in the top 10. My top 10 shows Nathan Davis, Keenan Batters, Alex Bergeron, Rory Collins, Bob Raimundo, top 5. Trevor Royer, Josh Stanky, Kobe Cooper in the top 8, which means Kobe Cooper would have the final transfer position at the moment. Then it's Cody Olson, Chris Lloyd, Scott King. The 11 cars on the racetrack. Remember, top 8 go to the show, so we'd really only be eliminating 3 out of those 11. So I said there's a lot of names. It was going to be hard to. It was going to be interesting to see how they transfer out of this B main, but got to remember only 3 are not going to make it. So most of them feel like they're pretty safe. We're already almost we're over halfway through now as we completed lap number 7. Doesn't feel like we were halfway through this B main because it hasn't had much of a flow with the cautions. But we got 2 fast cars up here up front now, and Josh Stanky's starting to make his way through. He's working on Keenan Batters. Alex Bergeron got around Batters on the restart. And now look who's coming. It is Kobe Cooper. He's up to the 5th position. He's lurking right behind these 2, Stanky and Batters, in that 5th spot. Royer's back there as well. Cody Olson coming through. Scott King, Raimundo, Lloyd, and Collins. The 2 out right now. Roy Collins' night is going to be done. He's currently 4 laps down. Chris Lloyd looks like he's going to be done as well. He's 1 lap down at the moment. Coming to 2 to go. Oh, Stanky got that nose high coming out of 2. Let's go back here and look at Bob Raimundo, and he's having some issues. Raimundo having some bad luck here, so it looks like Scott King, who's running all by himself at the moment, as long as he doesn't spin her out, is pretty safe to advance to the A main. Coming out of turn 4 with heavy pressure from Alex Bergeron is Nathan Davis. White flag in the air. Davis slides up the track. It's up on the berm just a little bit. Bergeron's got a line into 3 and 4. If he can hold it, he's going to slide up. Not enough, though. He eases up, lets Nathan Davis go by, and Davis will take the School of Sim Racing B main win. Alex Bergeron, Josh Stanky, Kobe Cooper, Keenan Batters, Trevor Royer, Cody Olson, Scott King, all going to go to the show. Bob Raimundo, Chris Lloyd, Rory Collins. Their nights are going to come to an end here in week number 6. We're going to head to a warm-up session, which that'll allow us to thank a couple of our sponsors. When we come back, we will have your A main ready to go here tonight. We'll be back in just a minute. Take your dirt sim racing to the next level by joining the best sim racing community online today. At the School of Sim Racing, you can learn to drive and set up your car like a pro. With a ton of free trainings and free setups for sprint cars, late models, midgets, and more, it's the perfect place to get your dirt sim racing on the right track. Visit schoolofsimracing.net to learn more today. Getting ready to go. I think they're giving a few cars some time out here on the track if they want to run some practice laps. And they're going to advance it to the next session. So we're going to go right to the A-Main. They were giving us a few minutes to get through our sponsors. And thanks you to Tim Sims and School of Sim Racing for sponsoring us here, along with all of our other wonderful sponsors. Anthony, the Lebanon Valley track would be interesting to check out. I'll mention it to Roger. We'll see maybe if we end up joining it. I know they have a pretty strict schedule. Sometimes they follow the national schedule on what's going on there. So I'll check with him, mention it. He'll probably have seen it since you commented on the Facebook page, but I'll bring it up to him to bring to his attention. All right, let's grid out our our Wichita Tire and Alignment A-Main. Starting on the pole will be the 5 of Braden Eiler. On his outside, the 25 of Richie Preston. Row number 2, the 21 of Shea Paulo. To his outside, the 13 of Cody Kelly. Row number 3, on the inside, the 007 of Jacob Fields. And on the outside, the 17 of Christopher Monroe. Row number 4, on the inside, the 41 of Ryan Fisher. To the outside, the 85 of Tyler Schell. Row number 5 on the inside, the 21 of John Helms. To the outside, the 110 of Kevin Hanley. Row number 6, starting 11th, the 1 of Jacob Schmutz. To the outside, the 01 of Jason Schilling. Row number 7 on the inside, the 36 of Nathan Davis. Outside, the 12 of Alex Bergeron. Row number 8, starting 15th, the 80 of Josh Stanky. To the outside, the 9 of Kobe Cooper, starting 16th. Row number 9, starting 17th, the 020 of Kanan Batters, and on his outside, the 90 of Trevor Royer. Rounding out the field, starting in the 19th position, the 6 of Cody Olson, and on his outside, starting 20th, the 118 of Scott King. Getting ready to go, 35 green flag only laps to decide this feature. Second night of the big blocks here on Wednesday Night Warrior Series, brought to us by Wichita Tire and Alignment. Last time we were in the big blocks, Dustin Griffiths took the feature win. Mason Hamill and Jacob Fields were on the podium. Right now, only one of those 3 would be able to go back-to-back in the big blocks. And that's a guy that has found himself on the podium all but 1 week this season. And that week was week number 2. Jacob Fields has found himself on the podium 4 times. 1 win, 2 seconds, and a third, finding him on all 3 steps. And right off the bat, we have our first caution of the night here in the feature event. Sometimes you got to get going a little bit before something happens. Was it Scott King or Keenan Batters maybe? Let's go back and look. Oh, he's a little slow. Did he start a little late, not get there on time? Trying to catch up. Is that what brought out the caution, possibly? Not quite sure, but we did have our first caution. We'll jump back up here, get them reset, re-racked, and ready to go. As I was saying, we've had 5 different races, 5 different winners. Zach Rounds, my bad. Zach Rounds won week 1. Cole Newhoffen won round 2. John Batista won round 3. Dustin Griffiths won round 4. And Jacob Fields won round 5 last week, completing the trifecta on the podium so far this season. Nobody has gone back-to-back, obviously, because we've had 5 different winners in 5 different weeks. People have gone back-to-back on the podium. I'm going to put the pressure on Kobe Cooper tonight because I was looking at the stats. In weeks 1 through 3, it was kind of interesting what happened. Cole Newhoffen finished third on the podium in week number 1, turned around and won week number 2. That same week, John Batista finished third on the podium in week number 2, turned around in week number 3 and won. So can Kobe Cooper go from a third place finish on the podium last week at Lanier in the Upmans and turn around and win this week in the big blocks? He hasn't had the best of luck so far tonight, but he's got 34 more laps to figure it out. Here we go. Green flag bank in the air. Braden Eiler out front. This Braden Eiler machine has been pretty fast, but hitting that inside wall, exiting 2 is not going to help. Here comes Shea Paulo, Jacob Fields, and Richie Preston, all going to pressure him around the top side we go. Richie Preston. Here comes Cody Kelly in that 13 machine as well. Quite a few cars working their way up through the field. Cody Kelly having himself a good night in that 13 machine on the podium right now. Oh, trouble. Keenan Batters around. That's going to slow everybody up. Luckily, the caution flag will wave, but did Richie Preston take the race lead before the caution flag was waved? No, it looks like they're going to give it back to Braden Eiler. So let's go back and see what happened to Keenan Batters. We see that he brought out the caution, but let's see why it happened. He spun her around. Let's go back a few more seconds, take a look to see why he did it. Well, looks like he just left or it didn't want to play the replay. Well, hold on a second. Yes, he left the race. So, oh, now he's back. Hold on. Let's see if we can get him here for a second. Go back and take a look. All right, it's not working. Looks like he did, in fact, leave. So we're not going to show the replay, but he spun it up there in the inside of the corner. Brought out the caution. Braden Eiler almost ran him over. Luckily, they got the car stopped in time and a caution flag came out. I believe that's already our second or third caution of the feature. Double file once again. We're going to try this and see how it works. I'm guessing if we have another caution or two, it might go to single file restarts. We'll see. Just depending on how it's going. Anthony, can't wait to get your system going. Yeah, I know how you feel. I had to do a complete reset on my computer to get things working. Had some trouble Monday with the stream and my computer with a new computer update. Got it going well tonight, but once you get it going, hit up Roger, get back if you're not already in the series. Talk to him about joining and come out here and race with us. We always welcome more racers. So if you aren't with us already, come out and join us. Working on lap number 5 of 35. Braden Eiler out front. Richie Preston got a good run on the top side there. Into the second spot over Cody Kelly. Shea Paulo up there as well. Braden Eiler working it around. Oh, Shea Paulo into the outside wall. Exiting turn 4. That's going to bump him out. Jacob Fields is lurking. He's in the 4th spot, and we got another caution. We're going to go take a look at Shea Paulo because he might have started this whole thing. It might have been a chain reaction from him hitting the wall. Let me find Shea Paulo here. Here he is. It's going to be coming out of turn 4 this time. Might have got a little help from Jacob Fields. Might have a little tap there. Oh, John Helms got turned around. The 221 cars having trouble at the same time. Let's see if we can find John Helms here for a second. See what happened with that other 21 machine. Leaning on Tyler Schell. Is this where it happens, or is it next corner? It's chaos back here. They're 3 wide. Tyler Schell, Alex Berger on John Helms. So it's going to be the next time they come around. The next corner. Does Tyler Schell give a little tap? Oh, Bergeron came down because he saw Paulo get into the wall. That turned Helms around, and then he got into Handley. Handley's on his roof. Quite a few cars got the after effects of it. Anthony, go to the Dirt Racing Network Facebook page, obviously with the stream. We have 3 different series. On Monday night, we have the Dirt Slingers Racing League Monday Night Thunder, 360 sprint cars. Then we have our ump mods here for Wednesday Night Warriors. And then we have our 410 Outlaw series on Thursday nights. That's, again, Dirt Slingers Racing Network. Our Monday, Wednesday, and Thursday shows are all part of the Dirt Racing Network and the Dirt Slingers Racing League. So if you're interested, you can at least reach out to Roger about that if you're looking to join another series. If not, it's always good just to get some iRacing in general. I enjoy doing it from time to time. Not the best at it, but it's kind of fun to play around with, especially to go out here and kind of test out the tracks a little bit, see how they wear in, see what it's like driving some of these cars, especially with the new big blocks that came out about 2-3 weeks ago now. Looks like we are going to go single file. So see, we talked about it. I thought it was green flag laps only, but the laps are clicking off here. So we're on lap 11. I was going to say it seemed way too fast, but maybe with all the cautions, they're letting the laps click off. So we're working on lap 11. It'll be lap 12 now of 35 when they come around. Green flag back in the air. Here we go. 12 laps in the books, and we got another caution on the racetrack. Can't even get a start going. Caution's out, but we're still going. Oh, there it is. My bad. I was a little behind. That's why it was updating. We were green flag racing. I was just behind a few seconds. So let's go back and see what brought out the caution. Is it Cody Olson? Not quite sure what brought out the caution. My bad there. Didn't hit the refresh button to get us completely caught up to date. Shea Paulo's in the garage. That's usually a pretty big deal. Not quite sure what happened to Shea Paulo. That might have been our caution. That we might have missed it, though. But let's go up here to Braden Eiler. Let's make sure we are refreshed and ready to go this time. We were just 20 seconds behind, maybe 30 seconds. So we missed about a lap. It's Braden Eiler, Richie Preston, Cody Kelly, the top 3. Jacob Fields in 4th. Alex Bergeron in 5th. I misspoke a few minutes ago. It is green flag only laps. Green flag back in the air. Braden Eiler on the throttle. I'm going to take a look back here at the 2nd and 3rd place position. Richie Preston has it for the time being. Jacob Fields looking to the inside of Cody Kelly. 4, 5 big name racers up here battling for 3 spots, almost 3 wide. Oh, Alex Bergeron got on that left fender. Left rear fender of Jacob Fields, almost turned him around. But he's got the 4th spot for the time being. Fields, a little contact there, got Bergeron back in the middle of 4 and another caution. Nathan Davis looking like he's having some trouble. Let's go back and look at the 36 machine. Keep an eye on him, see what happens. Running behind Scott King, Colby Cooper. They're battling up here in front of him. Diving to the outside. Oh, Trevor Royer went around, got in to the outside wall. That's going to bring out the caution. See if we can look at Trevor Royer. Here he is running in that 90 machine. Running at about the 7th, 8th position. Slides it in, gets a little too sideways, takes a hit from Josh Stanky, goes into the wall, and turns around in front of Jason Schilling. Go back up to the front. We got to be getting ready to go green flag racing again. We'll get with your leader. That is not your leader. There's my timing and scoring updating. Got to get with Braden Eiler. There he is. Braden Eiler going to lead us to the green flag. Can we get a few laps in green? Eiler in that 5 machine, driving it off into 1 and 2. We're going to keep an eye back here in that 3rd, 4th position because it is full of action. Cody Kelly just lost 3 spots on the restart. And it's Jacob Fields driving up to the 2nd position. Richie Preston battling there with him, and Alex Bergeron hanging on back there in 4th. Jacob Fields trying to be the first driver to go back-to-back here in the Wednesday Night Warrior Series. He won in the Up Mods, now trying to do it here in the big blocks. He's sitting in the 2nd spot. He's going to have his hands full with the guys behind him while trying to still go run down that 5 machine of Braden Eiler. Alex Bergeron taking a peek to the inside of Fields. Can't get it done. Oh, Fields just hit the inside wall. Fields is going to spin around, and that's going to bring out maybe our 5th or 6th caution. That's the 2nd or 3rd time we've been watching a car and they've hit that inside wall tonight. Let me find Fields here. It was on the camera when it happened. He's feeling the pressure there from Alex Bergeron. Trying to work that bottom line here. Bergeron dives in. And right there, clips it. Bergeron almost did the exact same thing. We'll have to wonder how much damage that 007 machine, or 007 machine has to it after hitting that end wall like that pretty hard. Kobe Cooper did that in one of the heat races earlier. So we'll jump back up front. Braden Eiler still leading this race almost to the halfway point. Pretty curious, 6 cautions. We got 19 laps still to go. So it's been a rough one here in this A main. We'll give you the top 10 as well. Right now it's Braden Eiler, Jacob Fields. That's not correct at the moment, so we'll get that off the screen. It's Braden Eiler, Richie Preston, Alex Bergeron, Cody Kelly, Jacob Smuts, the top 5. Green flag back in the air. Here we go. Can we get a few laps in green? I'm going to keep an eye back here in that 3rd spot. One less guy battling in that position as Jacob Fields has some damage, has to work his way back through the field now. But Alex Bergeron, Richie Preston battling for the 2nd and 3rd spot. Cody Kelly on the 4th spot. And we got another caution, our 7th of the night. I know I'm starting to feel it. I can only imagine what our series admin and owner Roger Wagner is saying down there in the pits right now. When you are the owner of the series and running the show, things get a little aggravating when you have 7 cautions in a matter of 19 laps. Let's go back and look. Trevor Royer getting some repairs, or needing some repairs. Was he part of this caution as well, or was this from the other caution? No, Trevor Royer wasn't involved with that one. Scott King, Nathan Davis. Quite a few cars having trouble here. Hard to pick out. Christopher Monroe, it looks like, might have been involved in this caution, possibly. He's getting some repairs right now on pit road. Oh, there was a car on the inside there that looked like it flipped, possibly. I'm not quite sure who it was, but that might have brought out the caution. I saw that right. Getting ready to go again, green flag racing. If we can stay green. Let's go through the field once again. Take a look. Some of the paint schemes that I like. We did this earlier. We mentioned Bergeron's already. Let's go up. Eiler's is pretty cool, but we're going to go green flag racing, maybe next caution if we have one. Hopefully that won't be the case. If we have another caution, we'll go through the paint schemes just to give us something else to talk about. Braden Eiler working on lap number 20. He taps that inside wall just a little bit, little love tap through 3 and 4. Let's go back and look. Richie Preston has got around Alex Bergeron. There it is. 2 laps later, another caution. Cody Olson. I think I might have got this one right. Let's go back and look. Off the restart the 6 machine. Working under Scott King. Clipped that wall just a little bit. Does he get some help from Trevor Royer? Oh, nope. He got that inside wall. That has been quite the difference maker here tonight. And he went for a heck of a ride up and over and onto the outside retaining wall on his roof. I think Trevor Royer might have clipped it as well. Make sure we are caught up with everybody this time. I think we might be getting ready to go. Nope, lights are still out on the pace truck, or still on the pace truck, so let's take a better look. Let's look at Braden Eiler here. I like that orange and yellow, or orange and blue scheme. That's pretty cool. We already mentioned Bergeron's. We already mentioned Cody Kelly's, I believe. I know I've mentioned it in previous broadcasts, but we can look at it one more time. I don't remember if I mentioned it tonight or not. I know we talked pre-race. He's pretty proud of it. Getting ready to go green flag racing once again. We'll see if we can stay green this time. Working on that 2nd, 3rd, and 4th spot. Still Braden Eiler out front. He's led every lap so far. Bergeron, Preston battling back there for 2nd and 3rd. Jacob Smuts joining the battle here for the 4th spot over Cody Kelly. Joshua Stanky in the mix. Here comes Kobe Cooper. Some cars back in the pack, able to slowly and methodically work their way through the field, including Stanky and Cooper. Now starting to join the mix. Braden Eiler, 0.6 of a second lead over Alex Bergeron. Don't look now, and believe it or not, we have less than 10 laps to go here in this feature. 26 laps in the books of 35. Eiler taps that inside wall again. Here comes Alex Bergeron. He's just hanging on the top side of that corner, just in striking distance of Eiler. Eiler's getting this car really loose. Richie Preston drove it in really deep into 1 and 2. That's going to cause some issues. Cody Kelly was into his rear end. Jacob Smuts took a shot at him as well. I think Cody Kelly moved him up the racetrack. He's got that 3rd spot now. Jacob Smuts. Here comes Nathan Davis back. He's starting to join the battle again. And just like that, I believe it's our 9th caution of the night. At least we got a little bit of a stretch in, got a few laps under our belt before another caution comes out on the racetrack. Trying to see who brought it out this time. Don't believe it was Cody Olson. Not quite sure what the caution was for that time. It's kind of hard to tell when you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 cars in the race with damage. Half the field needs some sort of repair. Go back up to the front. Can Braden Eiler, through all of this, all 9 cautions, can he hold on for 7 more laps and lead flag to flag and take the week 6 win, which, by the way, folks, would be our 6th different winner here on the season? Yes, Anthony, I agree with you. Driving on iRacing is just having fun. Some of these guys, obviously some of these pro drivers, doing it for training purposes or more competitive purposes, but yes, mostly iRacing is to have fun for the non-professional drivers. Braden Eiler working on 5 laps to go now. Alex Bergeron in second, Cody Kelly in the 3rd place position. Can Kelly hold on? Richie Preston back there, Jacob Smuts, Nathan Davis, Joshua Stanky. A lot of big names back there trying to get into that 3rd and final transfer position, and the caution flag will wave again. Why not hit double digits here tonight? These big blocks have only been out for about 3 weeks, and Weedsport, a pretty tight racetrack, giving us some issues here tonight in the feature. We had some issues in the Heat 1 and Heat 2, a little bit of issue in the B main, quite a bit of issue here in the feature. Ryan Fisher this time, looks like he might have brought out the caution. Go back and look at that 41 machine. Kind of an interesting paint scheme. Oh, he got some help from Shea Paulo. Didn't look like he hit anything, though, so that car should be good to go. Might have a little left rear damage from where Shea Paulo turned him around. We talk about paint schemes. Interesting one there. Not saying I don't like it, but pink, blue, and white, a little different. It's cool to see all the different paint schemes here in the race. Go green flag racing this time. There'll be 4 to go. Still Braden Eiler, Alex Bergeron, Cody Kelly, Richie Preston, Jacob Smuts, Nathan Davis, Joshua Stanky, Kobe Cooper, Jacob Fields, Jason Schilling. The top 10. Pretty stacked top 10 if you ask me. Green flag back in the air. Braden Eiler with a great restart. 4 to go this time. Alex Bergeron in the 2nd position, feeling pressure from Cody Kelly. Can Richie Preston come up here and join the mix, put on some pressure? 3 to go this time. About half and half. Some choosing that bottom line, some choosing that top line. Cody Kelly looking to the inside of Alex Bergeron this time. Eiler coming into 3 and 4, choosing that bottom line, not running too close to the wall to clip it. 2 laps left to go. Alex Bergeron is there. Does he have something for the 5 machine? Bergeron searching, looking for anything as they dive into 3 and 4. He might be there. Looks like he had a tire to the inside of the 5 machine. White flag in the air. 1 lap left to go. Does Alex Bergeron have anything for Braden Eiler, or can Eiler lead all 35 laps? Let's take a quick look. Preston and Kelly battling for the 3rd spot. Looks like Cody Kelly might have it. Coming to the line for the Wichita Tire and Alignment feature win, getting a push from Alex Bergeron. Braden Eiler will take the race win. Cody Kelly will round out the podium. Richie Preston will come across in 4th. Jacob Smuts 5th. Nathan Davis in 6th. Jacob Fields 7th. Kobe Cooper 8th. Joshua Stinky 9th. And Jason Schilling in 10th. We'll get these 3 guys lined up on the podium, get them up here in the booth, ask them a few questions, and send them on their way tonight. Braden Eiler going up there to the top step. Get a good camera view to get all 3 of these guys up in here. Might go back to our original camera view. Hopefully they don't leave. That's going to have to do, I think. See if we can get a better picture with... Try to get... Nope, that won't do. Try to get... I think we're going to stick with the other camera view. Trying to get more of Cody Kelly's car in there. Let's get them up in here. See, Alex has already joined us. Let's see if Cody's going to jump up here. Cody, you got a copy?
Yes, sir, I do.
All right, man. First off, we were talking pre-race. You were pretty proud of this paint scheme. You want to talk about it here while you got it on the podium?
Yes, sir. That'd be from Paints by Boyd, little custom jobby that we put together, and I really like it and appreciate him doing it.
All right, man. Well, you paid off that paint scheme by putting it on the 3rd step of the podium. How did it feel out there with the big block? Second week we've been in it here in this Wednesday Night Warrior series.
It was pretty burnt off. I know it was getting really rough up top. I was completely coming up off the ground, going down the front stretch and back stretch, and it was a little nerve-wracking having all these cautions trying to hold that 3rd spot off.
Yeah, you had quite a few guys up there, well-known guys here in the series battling with you. Able to hold it on for that 3rd place spot. Is there anyone you want to thank before we send you on your way here tonight?
Yeah, I'd like to thank BGS Imsport, Paints by Boyd, DSRL for putting this on, all the sponsors associated with it. And it's just a lot of fun, and I'm glad to keep coming back here every week to do it.
All right, that is your 3rd place finisher here tonight, Cody Kelly. We will get our 2nd place finisher up here in the booth with us. He's waiting on us. Let's get Alex Bergeron up here. Alex, you got a copy?
Yes, sir.
All right, man. I know you've joined us on Thursday nights a couple times. First night coming in here on the Wednesday night series. What did you think from the driver's seat perspective?
Pretty wild. These cars are awesome to drive. Just when you start deeper like that, it's a bit tougher, but definitely a lot of fun. I mean, we went from, I think, 14 to 2nd there, so a lot of yellows, but came out on top there, 2nd place on the podium, so that's pretty good. It was a good battle there, very clean battle with Braden, so that's how I like to race for sure. So and we ran clean, and P2 here, I mean, it feels good. I mean, it's not like we got a better result. It was pretty good.
Yeah, it looked like you were kind of searching there at the end, but do you think if you would have had a few more green flag laps instead of being broken up by 10 cautions, you might have been able to challenge Braden for something?
I mean, we were already challenging for the win there. I mean, it was just a matter of who got the best line, and obviously when you're following somebody, you can't really use that line to pass them because they're already running that line. So I just tried a couple different things, and just try to go around the racetrack, see what's faster, and definitely found the line, cut down line in 1 and 2 is a bit better, but 3 and 4 on top was a bit rougher to run. But definitely would have got it run there on the front straightaway, but kind of squeezed me in there to get the win. But definitely a hard battle for the win.
All right. Is there anyone we want to thank before we send you on your way?
Definitely. I got to thank Team eSports, Jason and Rebecca, everybody on the team, everybody at Sports SR partners, ABR Setup Shop, Stucco, Pit Logic Cat, BK Designs, Martin Fair Equipment, everybody else that supports the team, all the fans that are tuning in, my dad for watching, and Roger for bringing this up, and you for doing an awesome job broadcasting, and hopefully maybe one of these days I'll be back on Wednesdays.
All right, that's your second place finisher, Alex Bergeron. We will get our race winner in here in just a second. All right, let's bring him on in. Braden, do you got a copy?
Yeah, I do.
All right, man. Seemed like it was a pretty tough racetrack out there tonight. 10 different cautions. What was it like from the leader's perspective leading all the laps here tonight?
I kind of felt like a sitting duck because I personally felt terrible, but was able to hold on for long enough. The I thought either Fields or Alex or both of them were just gonna blow by me, and because I'm all right in a big block, but other than that, I'm typically not a fender guy. But we held through, and we're here.
All right, man. Second week that we've raced these big blocks. You a fan of them? You think it's something we should do more often, or stay with the Ump Mod series?
Scratch the UMPs. Let's go to a full big block series.
All right. Well, we'll have to relay that message on to Roger. Definitely has provided some good action here in the 2 weeks that we've run. Is there anyone you want to thank before we send you on your way tonight?
Yes, thanks for everybody putting the show on. Also, Alex for racing me clean and putting on a good race for the fans. And I just gotta thank everybody at Elbows Up Sim Sport. Wicked Energy Gum, Matthew Henniger over there. He's a great guy and shows a lot of support for the sim racing community. And also Roofco Indy, Flow Racing, BS Airlines. There's a bunch of them, Cashman's Apparel, but just all the partners of Elbows Up Sim Sport.
All right. That is your week 6 race winner, Braden Eiler. We're going to take a final look at the results. Tell you how everybody finished. Of course, Braden Eiler taking the race win. Alex Bergeron coming across in second. Cody Kelly finishing third. Richie Preston fourth. And Jacob Smuts running out the top 5. Nathan Davis sixth. Jacob Fields seventh. Kobe Cooper eighth. Joshua Stanky ninth. And Jason Schilling rounding out the top 10. 11th, Cody Olson. 12th, Trevor Royer. 13th, Keenan Batters. 14th, Christopher Monroe. And 15th, Shea Paulo. 16th, Scott King. 17th, Ryan Fisher. 18th, John Helms. 19th, Kevin Hanley. And 20th, Tyler Shell. That'll wrap up week 6 of the Wednesday Night Warriors series. Thank you to our presenting sponsor, Wichita Tire and Alignment, and all of our other sponsors that help the Dirt Racing Network be able to do what it does, such as Edmond Trophy Company, School of Sim Racing, Scott King Designs, Black Diamond Motorsports, Sign It Up Signs and Graphic, and School of Sim Racing. Thank you for tuning in tonight. Make sure you come Saturday night for our 10,000 follower feature show. It's going to be quite the show. I know Roger said there's already 65 cars, so we have guys waiting on the outside to get in if people don't show up. 60 cars, I believe 70 or 75 laps for the feature. It's going to be quite the show, quite a few guests, promos, giveaways for the drivers, giveaways for the fans. So tune in, 8 o'clock Eastern, Saturday night, 2021, which is now just 2 days away. Come out, check it out. Thank you to everyone that has joined and followed the Dirt Racing Network Facebook page. If you have not, go on there, like, subscribe, and follow so that way you stay up to date with everything that's going on with the Dirt Racing Network. Make sure you subscribe and follow all of our streaming channels so that way you know every time we go live. Anthony, thank you for checking in on the chat. Hope the broadcast was pretty good in your eyes. If you're interested, make sure you reach out to Roger as well. Make sure you follow the Facebook page so you can see more racing as well. For Roger Wagner, everyone else with the Dirt Racing Network, I'm Dom Santina. Have a good night. Hope everyone has a happy new year. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you Saturday night for our 10K feature show. Have a good night.